Okay, so Bob, we're here today. I wanted to start with Shakur Stevenson. Of course, we're here for his workout. He boxes November 16th, Edwin de los Santos. In your experience, how good can Shakur Stevenson be? How far can he go?
He's an enormous talent. He's one of he's becoming a generational talent. He was a great talent when he first started. He's only gotten better. So how far he can go, that's up to him. And I can't really prophesize, except he has the ability to be a massive, one of the all-time greats in the sport.
We're talking future pound for pound number one here.
I don't believe in pound for pound. I'm just talking about a great talent. You take Roberto Duran, clear a great talent. Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, in my era, the guys underneath the heavyweight. We know who are great talent and who are just terrific fighters for their time. We know that. We see that. We wait to see their body of work. And Shakur has the opportunity to be one of those historic talents.
He said there he's obviously comfortable at 35. He's only really just got here. Do you anticipate him going much higher than that? Do you think he has the frame to do so, to conquer more weight classes?
I don't know. I mean, all I know is I was shocked today when he stood next to me. I mean, he was a little guy when he first started. Now he's grown, grown not just putting on weight, grown because his body is filled out, he's gotten bigger, taller. Well, that's God's will. That's not any kind of exercise that he's done, I don't think.
And there was a time when he seemed like a kid, like a teenager in this thing. And now he talks with maturity. He seems like he's really grown as a person. Is that something you've detected as well?
100%, 100%. And that is based on the fact that he has good people with him. James Prince, his manager, Tony Leonard. I mean, those are real class people that not only sign a fighter and take their money, but really teach them about life and how to act in and outside of the ring.
You mentioned the four kings there, and obviously what made them so great was the opportunity to fight each other. They had each other to make themselves great. Now he's in an era in a weight class from 30 to 40 really with many big names. Is that going to be the key to how he defines himself as an all-time great?
I think so. He's going to go as high as he can, fighting everybody in the divisions that he reaches. So it's going to be a work in progress. We're going to see, and I'm delighted that I'm along for the ride.
Do you think Shakur against Tank is the next mega fight in boxing? Do you think that is the one? Tank is the guy that will be Shakur's big opponent?
I have no idea. I mean, that would be a big fight, yeah. But I think Shakur and Loma, Shakur and Haney, Shakur and Teofimo would be equally as big.
And also, Bob, today, huge news that it's signed officially now, the Undisputed heavyweight title fight at last. No date yet, of course, and Tyson Fury has to get through Francis Ngannou first and foremost. How much relief is there from you that this fight is done? It seemed like there was a chance that it might fall through at one point.
Well, yeah. There was a chance that it would fall through when they were dealing with people that talked a good game, but were really middlemen and had to go to get the money. When Prince Turkey came into the picture and put up the money for the Tyson Fury Ngannou fight, he is in charge of the sovereign fund for entertainment. So he's the guy you go to. Now, if he's the guy who's making the deal, you know that the money is there. Once you know the money is there, it's not hard to make the deal. So each guy is not concerned particularly how much the other guy is making. They're just concerned, and rightly so, is what they're making. And each of them are getting purses that they've never seen before. Both of them are delighted, and I'm delighted, as is Frank Warren, to be part of the promotion.
You mentioned in the huddle there that Tyson Fury would be upset if he only was getting $100 million for this. So it's in excess of $100 million he's getting for this fight.
I didn't say that. I said we're looking for this whole package. There's other stuff involved that I really believe that at the end of the day, before the end of June, Fury will be reaching close to $200 million.
One fight deal, or we got a rematch clause? That was what broke down.
I want to talk about that because I'm not putting up the money. Go talk to Prince Turki.
But now, of course, attention's turned to Francis Ngannou. Now he could put a pin in all this, even just by cutting Tyson Fury, or breaking a hand.
I agree completely. I agree completely. And like they say, inshallah, it won't happen.
All the best laid plans, they could fall apart.
Don't have to remind me, please.
There's been, obviously you can't announce a date now because we don't know what happens in that Ngannou fight. Discussions or rumours that it could be December 23rd. We could have our Christmas in Saudi. Can you rule that out?
That's a possibility, but it's not written in stone. I mean, and listen, if it happened, one thing we know, it won't happen in April because that's Ramadan.
Okay.
But other than that, it can happen, any time in December, January, February, March.
If he comes through totally unscathed against Ngannou, is that the key to the December date? Is that what it would rest on?
Am I putting up the money for the fight? The answer, no. The people putting up the money, Prince Turki, he and his group will determine the date they want the fight to happen. He and only he. The fighters are so happy with the money they're getting that they would fight on Christmas Day, believe me. Good Christians they may be. But again, an announcement, as I understand it, will be made as to the date, either in the ring after the Ngannou fight or a day or so later.
Just one more on that, more of a general question really about Saudi Arabia. Obviously it's emerged massively over the last few years, and this is further proof that if you want real money, then you have to go to Saudi for it. How much does that just warp the rest of the landscape in boxing?
Well, again, it's not unique. The Saudis want to turn this part of Riyadh into the leading entertainment and sports area in the world. So that means spending money for big attractions, whether it's golf or soccer or boxing. That's what you do to build a business, an area. That's similar to what was done in Las Vegas years ago. They would put up money to get big fights, knowing they weren't going to get the money back on the particular event, but building a brand. They don't have to do that anymore. So now it's the Saudis' turn to do that. And once they build up their infrastructure and everything is going, then I would imagine that the purses and the fees that they pay will come down.
How does that affect, you mentioned Las Vegas then, it's very true. How does that affect Las Vegas' place in boxing? We know the baseball's come in, F1's come in. Where does boxing fit in Las Vegas these days?
Luckily in boxing we have a lot of weight divisions, a lot of good fighters like Shakur and Terence Crawford. There's plenty of good fights and good attractions for Las Vegas. Right now, the big, massive heavyweight fights will probably go to Saudi.
Do you anticipate American boxers going up? I think Andy Ruiz is the only one so far who defended that world heavyweight title out there. We haven't seen any of the big guys from here over there yet. Is that next?
How many big heavyweights do we have?
No, I mean big names as any weight class.
I don't think they're interested yet in the lighter weight division.
Right. Okay, that's the key here. They like the heavyweights
right now.
Okay. Do you see them surveying it and going, actually, the big fights that everyone outside of the heavyweights are interested in, we want a bit of that as well? Do you think that's coming?
Ask them. Don't ask me.
Okay. Bob, can't say further than that. Thank you so much.